my friends, my research yesterday, if you remember, I had gone on to the Twitter account of the Mealy, and they said that they had something to show us tomorrow, or I mean this week. That was posted. When I did the research, that was posted 22 hours ago, meaning it meant the week we are in right now. And this is it. The Bendy and the Dark Revival gameplay trailer. Now, I'm actually excited for this because ever since becoming a game theorist, like I'm not part of the crew. No, I don't go on there. I'm not one of their editors, or I don't work with MapPad or something. But like a viewer game theorist. When it comes to horror games like FNAF and Hello Neighbor and Bendy, I really get interested into the story. I actually am glad that I got into game theory because, like, I've always loved story modes in games, but trying to find the hidden lore within just makes me enjoy it a lot more. Just a whole lot more. It's just like something. Okay, I'm back. So before we get into this, let's recap what we know now. Just from the reveal trailer. So we know that one, it's possible that the game is based around choice. It's just a popular opinion. And we know that it's possible because of the line in the trailer, which I believe was Evil Alice or someone saying choices we make, which really wouldn't stand out normally, but just really sticks out. Meaning that we're picking sides between two sides, most likely between the side of the demon, aka Bendy, and the side of the angel, aka Susie Campbell, or Evil Alice. We also know that there's a third person who seems to be some kind of observer, who might be wanting something to do with the ink machine. Well, from the audio logs made by Henry, which came out, I believe, before Chapter 5 arrived. And also, the last of these weird audio logs from other characters, where we hear a voice we never heard before, which came out after Chapter 5 was released. We also know from MapPad's video or the trailer, whichever you got from, that this game isn't a sequel, nor is it a prequel to the original game. Meaning, according to MapPad, it could be an alternate universe, a side story, or like he believes, a mixture of both. And I had a thought while thinking about this, that maybe it'll explain why Henry is in this weird loop that he keeps going through. Because like in the end of chapter 5, we know that he's in some kind of loop where he goes into the studio, goes through all the different chapters, defeats Beast Bendy, and then it goes back to him being at Joey's house. Joey telling him stuff, and to go back to the studio because there's something you wanted to show him or wanted him to see. And then Henry goes back to the very beginning of the game. And we know that Henry's in some kind of loop. So maybe this game will explain why that's happening. And possibly if there's anybody else who is suffering the same fate. But without all that out of the way, let's just begin. Because I know you guys are excited as me. That infamous logo.
A pretty girl like you shouldn't be wandering around all by yourself.
That's a song. Whoa. Wait a minute. Wait. But this scene looks familiar. It feels like it's that end scene. I'm getting vibes from the end scene of chapter 1, but I know it's not the same place. So that's kind of unsettling to me. Yo, what? Who are we? What? What the heck is that? Okay. What is happening? Who are we right now? Are we Susie? Or the machine must endure. Butcher King. This paper. What the heck? What's happening to me? Yo, what? Break the cycle this fall. Dude. Okay, I gotta go back and see some things. I gotta go back. But let's start from the very beginning. Maybe slow it down a bit. Because a lot of things I can tell just happened. It may not seem like much, but they've got some things around.
Pretty girl like you shouldn't be wandering around all by yourself.
A little girl like you shouldn't be wandering around all by yourself. And I recognized this voice to be the one from the weird audio log. So this is definitely our guy, and he's definitely a new character. And he's absolutely key to the story. And he is a possible main antagonist, but of course, that's not for sure. So we get into here, and it looks like the studio is a lot more broken down than we've seen. I mean, it was still pretty broken, but for some reason it just feels more decrepit and ruined. Over to the left, we see what seems to be one of the posters. Seems to have a few like tear marks in it. That's probably nothing. We also see a weird thing that kind of looks like a cutout of something, but I can't tell. So let's go into the trailer. There's a weird light down there. The first thing I saw are the hands. Now these hands are freaking interesting. Because not only one is does this person have a whole hand that's ink, a hand that's partly not ink, but they have 5 fingers. And we know that most of the characters, I don't know about the lost ones, but I know that pretty much essentially all the characters we see throughout the game, they've been turned and they only have 4 fingers. But our character has 5. Also the fact that we know that this is a female character we're playing as, which could support this is from Susie Campbell's point of view, but I have no idea because I really didn't pay attention to her character model all that much. And so I obviously wasn't paying attention much to her hands and whatnot. I mean, most likely isn't Susie, but we're just gonna have to see. But we do know our character isn't fully turned. If they either not fully turned or are in the process of turning, but it's possibly a slow process or something like that. Because if they really were one of the characters we see, they wouldn't have human fingers. They would have more cartoon fingers. Obviously, that being characters with 4 fingers. They're in the process of turning, or they were being turned, but then somehow stopped turning. Like they were, someone was turning them into something and they broke free or something like that. I don't know. They also have this weird. That's obviously a gun pipe. One of Henry's weapons they repeatedly uses throughout the original game. But this one is more special because it marked and we see it's some kind of like laser gun tool thing. So either someone gave it to our character, the protagonist, or they made it themselves. And if they made it themselves, that means our character is most likely very smart. because they would, if they created it, then that means they know how some of the mechanisms within the studio work. Because we see in the trailer she uses this Gent pipe electricity thing to unlock the door, which is at the end of the hallway. Also, this may not be important, but the Bendy cow we see has ink dripping down its right eye, the right side of its face. And then we see this, like a whole workbench of like tools and whatnot. Now, like we have screwdrivers, a drill, a saw. Wait, is that a bone saw or something? I can't remember the full name. A hammer, a wrench, another Gent pipe, and a can, and like a light above. That may be something. Single channel corner. I wanted to see what that was. Now after a while, slow it down even more for this part, but we know something pops out at her. Another Bendy cow at the end of the room. So that looks like one of the searchers, one of the basic enemies of the game. Essentially the Goombas of the Bendy universe. But this one is bigger than some of the others. Which takes me back to chapter 3, which had, I don't know if it's still in chapter 3 after the remaster. But I know back when chapter 3 first came out, there was a secret boss you can activate, which set you through like a phase of searchers, Butcher Gang members, and then a giant searcher boss. Not as big. This one isn't as big as that searcher boss, but still definitely bigger than most of the searchers around. Possibly mean they're growing and becoming stronger. Or maybe this is a whole new type of searcher overall. Either way, our character seems to know it's definitely a threat. Turns in the thing, flips the switch, turns on the door, or unlocks the door. Also, one of the things that I've paid attention to most was the way our character's left hand was, cause like holding like a claw thing, claw-like motion, which is honestly really unsettling. But that may be a key factor in something, I don't know, possibly this character, who is most likely us, considering this is a gameplay trailer. Going possibly a result of their incomplete transformation or something like that. Whatever it is. Then we go to the door, and the group of characters. is the very words, "The machine must endure." Now, this is most definitely, actually 100% positive, this has to be this 100% has to be about the ink machine itself. There are plenty of machines we see throughout the studio, but none of them have been as important as the ink machine. Now, what it means by that it must endure, I honestly have no clue. And then a Butcher King member, who is the Piper, comes by. Doesn't notice our characters. Goes near them, and then he turns, possibly noticing her presence, possibly sensing her. Like that character hides. He continues on his way. So, well, it's about to. So our character just runs up to him for whatever reason, turns him around. We get a bit of a jump scare. Then somehow our character causes him to melt away. And this isn't like how Brute Boars melted away. Because, he's glowing as he starts to shrivel away, and thing comes off and evaporates in like bits or something like that. And the glow, maybe, because like in one of Matt Pat's previous series, he talked about how some of the characters had souls put inside them, well, allowing them to persist after death. And some, when they died, because they had no souls, just melted away. Maybe our character has the ability to free the souls of the people whose souls were put into the ink monsters. Something like that, because but maybe not, considering that, we see a lot of Butcher Gang members in Evil Alice's graveyard of dead horses and Butcher Gang members in chapter 3. In that same chapter, we face off against a swarm of Butcher Gang members, and they all just melt away as well. So it could be either way. Either it could be either that she's freeing a soul inside of this Butcher Gang member, or she has the ability to just decimate them, get rid of them completely, erase them from existence. But it seems like a character doesn't understand what's going on either. Was the very words, presumably she says next. Possibly showing that she is going through some kind of transformation. Okay, nothing changes but the hands. And the trailer just pretty much ends there. And oh yeah, that. Forgot about that jump scare bit. What is that? It looks like an amalgamation of like different things, kind of, maybe. Like I first thought it was a projectionist, like another form of him, but now I'm not so sure. And that possibly means that this is a whole new type of enemy we'll be seeing. And it looks stranger. It's like it's part searcher, but part basically any other enemy. Because searchers are the only enemies in the game that don't have legs. This one doesn't have legs, but searchers' bodies are humanoid, but not as detailed as the enemy we see here. In the background, I immediately noticed there's another barrel that says Ghent. I mean, this whole Ghent thing, maybe some company that Joey Drew got the help of to build the studio itself. So, and then we get the final line before the trailer ends. Break the cycle. What immediately came to thought, first of the words, was that it possibly has to do with, the whole looping cycle that Henry is in. But maybe it's something else. Like maybe someone else is doing exactly what Joey Drew did. Because, like, if you remember, according to MatPat, he took people who were employees at his company. He did some going to Matt. He did some sort of ritual with the ink machine, took their soul out of their body, and put it in to an ink creature. Like, he took Susie Campbell's soul and put it into the evil Alice we meet in chapter 3. And possibly did was Norman Polk and put his soul into the projectionist, or something like that. So maybe someone is still doing the exact same thing. But I really, really don't know. These are all just ideas. You gotta remember, these are just theories, ideas. Because we really don't know, but there is a lot of stuff going on. And so it's hard to tell what details do actually relate to what's going on in the plot of this game compared to stuff just for design details. It's like the original game all over again. But anyways, apparently, another thing we know from this trailer is that this fall, from around September to November, That's when the first chapter is coming out. We know that for sure. And then the words just fade out, and the trailer ends. And then in the description, one thing is said: the revival has begun. Bendy returns. Oh, hey, how's it going, Ryan? I wasn't expecting to see you here. I was just going to be calling to see what some people were saying. I mean, it's probably just memes of talking about like like um trailers for a horror game. And I'm having just be like, God, you're like, you gotta do even more work on a series he thought he was done with, but he just keeps getting sucked in. Okay, here's another theory. I think this is the girl at the end of chapter 5, Bendy the Ink Machine, saying, "Tell me another one, Joey." Yeah, and I mean, it may be seem, what? How? It still is possible. With a couple different ideas. Like how before Matt Pat changed his theory on the ending of the original game. He talked about how the 5 chapters, or 5 chapters of a story that Joey Drew was telling. And possibly he's inserting whoever this girl is, possibly Joey's niece, most likely due to the fact that she calls him Uncle Joey, into the story. Well, yeah, no, it's pretty far-fetched. Far-fetched, but hey, sometimes far-fetched ideas are what we need. Okay, I'm looking at a bunch of other comments, and some people are pretty just have things stuff like this person, Peely the Banana. They're saying that like how Henry talked about some girl named Linda, sorry. No, it's Lydia. It's someone else. Another person says it's either Lydia or Allison Pendle. I mean, it's probably not Allison Pendle due to the letter we see from her and Thomas Connor at the end of chapter 5 in Joey's house. But, like, the fact that it could be, because, like, we know Henry has a family. And we only know that part of that family is a girl or woman named Linda. It could be either Henry's wife or Henry's daughter. So possibly this is his Linda, who I'm pretty sure is his wife, and possibly maybe she was told by Joey Drew that Henry was going back to the studio. And after some time, they're coming back, or either that, or she just decided to go as well, to go and find him, whatnot. Maybe this is a story of what happened to her as she went to the studio to look for Henry, which would support how this game could be a side story to the original game. It's pretty interesting. Ertius, I don't know if I'm saying his name wrong. I apologize to him, but he's here too. Which is pretty cool. Nice Danos joke. That's what I was thinking. That it could be Susie. Probably before she became this messed up evil Alice. Before we became the messed up evil Alice, we see and we all know and hate in chapter 3. Know and hate. Or either that, or this is after and she's trying to find a way to deal with Bendy or something like that because, she hates him, as we know. Someone has a theory that the guy at the beginning is Bendy. Not likely, but it's still a good idea nonetheless. It came over, people were talking about how it could be that we're praying as an Alice Angel and whatnot. And more people are thinking, are also thinking that the serious voice could be Bendy, as like some of the other people. This person has a good idea to rationalize how the mysterious voice, this mysterious possible new antagonist, could actually be the same antagonist, Bendy, because they said that we can hear them because we are an ink creature themselves, and only ink creatures hear Bendy's voice. I don't think our protagonist is an ink creature, rather is becoming an ink creature due to the fact that she is becoming one. Most likely means that possibly, or her mind is becoming one of an ink creature, means that she can understand what Bendy is saying, which honestly would make sense, because in the end of chapter 3, we see, like in the end scene for chapter 3, if you take the demon path instead of the angel one, you get an end scene with Bendy in like a doorway with a whole bunch of Butcher King members walking towards him. Not aggressively or anything, but more like servants, minions. Which, I mean, that would be pretty crazy and pretty cool. So maybe the whole idea that this new antagonist, well, possible antagonist, because he could be a protagonist. He could be helping our character. Kind of like how Professor Egad helps Luigi in the Luigi's Mansion series. Like, maybe this possible antagonist is Bendy, and that's just his voice. I mean, let me listen to the voice once again.
Pretty girl like you shouldn't be wandering around all by yourself.
I could see that sort of voice being one for like the incomplete Bendy. It's like a lot of people believe that Bendy's voice would be more like high pitched and like childlike. So it makes sense for the ink demon Bendy's voice to be kind of like that, but more evil-fied and stuff like that. And that's kind of what like the voice sounds like to me. Pretty interesting. But yeah, this game is also becoming more and more interesting. Possibly more interesting than the original game, and we may have to do even more complex thinking and evidence finding for this one. And I hope someone, at least when the first chapter comes out, at least someone starts off after the first thing they do after playing through the chapter is look in the game files. Because I mean, we got a lot. Excuse me. We got a lot of evidence. We got a lot of like really interesting things to the game files, like MatPat did, and learned that at some point, most likely, Joey was going to be revealed to be the Ink Demon Bendy. So I guess as development went on, they got a better idea, which is what we see in Chapter 5 of the original game. But seriously, I can't wait until this game comes out, and I can't wait to see whatever comes. I don't know what I'm saying. I can't wait to see what happens in this new story. And after this, I'm going to go check out some other people's videos reacting to the trailer, because I know by now, considering I've been actually been recording for over 30 minutes now, that at least someone was got to have done an analysis on the trailer, so you know what you missed video. So I am stammering a lot more than I usually do. I just don't know what to say. Maybe this trailer's got me thinking more and more than I can think that I could say. So I don't know. I can't even say that without messing up, or maybe having it not make sense to my own ears. Anyways, thanks for watching.